things are more of boring for me itself, because simply looking into these slides ultimately will not sometime in most of the time serve my purpose of my queries and my ask of knowledge. So what I always feel for that our discussion for today should be more of an interactive part, so that I can give better solutions and can give you a better understanding of your queries related to intellectual property rights. So before moving into that interactive part, I'd like to give a gist idea about the intellectual property rights. The idea of intellectual property right being generated way back around 300-400 years. In the year of 2000, in the year of 1500-1600 time, when the European Industrial Revolution were going on, that time the inventors mostly felt that the new inventions which were being coming up in industrial sector mostly were being counterfeited by various unfair trade practices and producing inferior quality of products by using that invented technology or in any other means, and selling it at a very low and cheaper price, resulting to that the scientist, that the person who puts his life to invent that technology or that product has become in no use. Resulting, the idea for intellectual property rights has come in use. If we split these three words, intellectual property rights, I would like to come in a single word in each. Intellectual, obviously human intelligence. Property. Now, what is called property, which may be collaborated with the word intellectual? As like in normal common sense, we all understand about the meaning of property. Any kind of even my mobile phone is my property, my land is my property, my building is my property, my furniture are my property. But what is intellectual property? These are all such properties, mostly the property which is land property, that is a natural property. We did not put any such mind or intellectual use to create that piece of land. But any such thing which has been created by the use of human intelligence are human intelligent property. And from that, the concept of intellectual property emerges. Now, say as I told about the mobile phone. The mobile phone, one mobile phone has got various technologies. Now, if we consider in this one single product, there are various kind of intellectual properties besides, which I will come in later course of this session. That the concept of intellectual property came in the mind of the industrialists, inventors during that era only. From Europe, it has been originated. And in due course, when the people understood that it must have some legal rights, so that these kind of piracies or unfair trade practices should not be happening in the market, and even if it is happening, the rights can be enforced, and we can we can convert it into the financial as well as sustainable benefits to the inventors. Accordingly, various legal rights been designed for intellectual property rights. Now, the concept of intellectual property rights came in mind of the people, but say a person has invented a fountain pen, and a person written a book and the person invented a machine, and the person adopted or created a brand. Now all these kind of properties are being intellectual property, but whether one single right can give protection to a brand, to a book, to a fountain pen, or to a machine, the founders and the conceptors of this intellectual property right found it very much difficult to put one single right into all kind of classification of inventions or innovations. Accordingly, the idea or the concept of classification of intellectual property rights came in the mind of the people. And that way, the concept of patent, copyright, trademark registrations, etc. has came in use. Patent, the right of patent is given on any kind of scientific inventions. As I said, the mobile phone has got various levels. Now consider the phone itself. The phone which we all are holding today, a smartphone, but has got various kind of features. The features which are very unique in character, as like Apple phones, iPhones, or Android phones, those features can be patented by the inventor of that particular benefit of the phone. Now, the features can be patented, but the outlook of the software, its design, etc., can only be copyrighted, because there are numerous artistic works. Every time you open one single window, if you click an app, whatever, whether it's Facebook, WhatsApp, or whatever, once you click the app, there is a specific interface come up in the screen. That particular design can be copyrighted by someone. The name of the phone, Oppo, then iPhone, etc. This is the brand. The brand shall reserve the legal right with the help of trademark registration. So likewise, if I come out only from a single example to multiple examples, many of you sitting here are writer of numerous books. Just look into that whether you have registered your book with the registration of copyright. Because in most of your books, it is being written copyright so and so date. That is the constitutional right being provided to you. But you are not actually the copyright holder of that book. In that case, the entire benefit of that copyright being encashed by your publisher, and you may be awarded with a one-time benefit. This is because of these kind of things, the inventors, the ideologists, and the entrepreneurs, industrialists, thought of giving registration on copyright or other intellectual property rights. And like the patent is given on scientific inventions. Now, how? When you are inventing something, any kind of scientific machinery, scientific ideas, or any other thing where the science and technology is involved, you can find your registration of patent. So this way, the classification of intellectual property right has been provided. Starting from patent registration, then we talked about copyright registration, then comes trademark registration, and some special kind of registering systems has been introduced in the IT sector. One of that is geographical indication registration. most of you might have heard about the GI tag, GI registration. The state of Manipur has already secured some GI registrations like Hatay chili, Tamenglong orange, and some handmade products. These registrations, securing registrations might be in the media also, in newspapers you might have read sometime that these GI registrations, the state has owned these GI registrations, GI tag. Then Manipuri black rice also has been GI registered. And this kind of registration, what is GI registration? The GI registration is given on such products which has got such a unique characteristics which specifically represents or symbolizes a specific geographical location. So this Tamenglong orange must have such unique quality which can only be found in the soil of state of Manipur only. Because of that, this GI tag has been awarded to that particular orange. It guarantees when that particular orange is being tagged with the GI, it guarantees the originality of the product, the quality of the product, resulting the price can be in a premium level. Because of that, it is more easier for the traders to earn some good percentage of profit out of the common earned profits in the market, commonly earned profits in the market. And if the government will take necessary steps, then that supernatural profit being earned by some person, traders or the government can also be converted to developmental requirements of the state. These are because of these kind of benefits to confer these kind of benefits to the vendors, to the entrepreneurs, the idea of intellectual property rights has been changed. So we discussed about the patent registration, idea of patenting, idea of copywriting, idea of trademark registration as like a brand. I have seen in the screen that some packaging of bottles are being given to you. Can I see once more, please? Can you please camera into those bottles so that I can just give a better idea. Yes, these bottles are having a specific label, right? These bottles are having a specific label, and into the label, a specific brand name is being given. Now, when you go to market to purchase a bottle of water, you must have asked for this particular name. See, what is the name? Likla. Okay. So now, say for example, if you are asking for this bottle and the trader will give you, the shopkeeper will give you some other bottle, you must have rejected that. That is the benefit of intellectual property. This brand is the intellectual property of the owner who has created a specific identity of his product, resulting it could create a good reputation and a faithful relationship between the consumer and the manufacturer. This is all about the intellectual property. Now, I am giving an example. The spelling of Likla is L-I-K-A. Now, if someone, if some kind of unfair trader came into the market with the spelling L-I-K-K-A, it would not make much difference. And the people with average intelligence and imperfect knowledge could purchase that particular product. which ultimately is a counterproductive. Because to stop that, just to stop this kind of counterfeiting products, this kind of unfair trade practices, the concept of intellectual property rights being introduced so as to stop this kind of unfair trade practices. There are various kind of provisions of enforcement of intellectual property rights which we are going to discuss. Now, the concept, I believe that as of now, I can give you the clear idea about why and how the concept of intellectual property has came in force in the market. Now, if we will discuss about the enforcement of intellectual property, in case of, say, if you Google the case of design, in industrial design, between the case of industrial design between Apple and Samsung, you will find that the Samsung lose the case and they were to compensate billions of dollars to Apple company. Now why? There are any such kind of dispute which were being raised under the provisions of the Patent Act are to be awarded to the complainant or plaintiff, rather we can say, through a court proceeding. The court will, if the case has got a very specific meaning and it could be proved that the intellectual property of the inventor or the registered owner of that intellectual property is being violated, then a specific provision of compensation is being awarded by the provision of the Patent Act. And not only that, in case of failure of those provision of law, there are provisions of imprisonment also. Means the accused person can also be put behind the jail, and the jail term shall not be less than 6 months, which may be extended up to 2 years, and depending upon the heinousness of the offence, the term of the imprisonment may go higher also. These acts are so much strong acts that criminal proceedings can be initiated against the unscrupulous trader. Likewise, the enforcement facilities, the enforcement benefits, have also been given in various other acts: Trademark Act, Copyright Act, Patent Act, Industrial Design Act, and Geographical Indication Registration Act. Now, if we will discuss about the economic benefit of intellectual property. So, see, as like the orange of Manipur has secured GI tag. Now, if the government will take a little more initiative and move one step ahead to sell these oranges in the outstate market along with the international market, where these GI tags can be well publicized that for one unique character this particular product has scored GI, then automatically it could catch extra attraction from the consumers, resulting a good volume of profit can be earned. The price will automatically go up in the international market, and the additional financial benefit which will be earned by the government can be used for the developmental requirements of the society. Likewise, it is also beneficial for every individual also. I am not talking about only GI right, because that is a community right issue. An individual cannot secure registration on GI, but patent can be secured by one single person. Many of you sitting here today may be scientists also, and doing various kind of maybe botanical research on physics, research on chemistry, and research on any other things. You can also patent your ideas, you can also patent, your published papers, out of which once it will be commercialized, when we will move to industries that I have invented this technology or I have invented this particular molecule out of various chemical compositions, it can be used for pharmaceutical purposes, it can be used for various other physical requirements. The industries will must purchase your technology. And if you are having your patent, the patent shall always earn additional financial benefit because you are the whole and sole owner of that patent right. And by any way, if the industries will not maintain or follow the provisions of the Patent Rules and Act, you can always initiate judicial disputes against them under the provision of the Patent Act. Now, if you see like the European countries, how they are indirectly ruining the industrial sector of countries like us. The pharmaceutical giants like Cadila, Zydus, then your Redlexi, these kind of companies who are coming from outside with their patented molecules and manufacturing in India and selling at a very higher price in our country. If I will take an example of trademark registration, say for example Colgate. Okay, Colgate is the brand which we everyday use. Correct. Now, if Colgate was not being trademark registered in India, this could be manufactured by any other person, maybe with very inferior quality, and could try to encash the long-term goodwill being created by the brand Colgate. Now, Colgate is not an Indian company. They came from outside. The name of the company is Colgate Palmolive Inc. Incorporated. I am not sure it may be from America, from USA or from England, but from wherever. They came to our country, they started earning in our country by using their brand and by using their intellectual property right, and whatever the economical benefit they got from our country, they have invested a part of it in our country and the rest they have taken to their country. That is why these countries have become financially stable nowadays. Now this concept of intellectual property right must be adopted by us at the very grassroots level. The higher level companies like Tata, Birla, Ambani's, they are all having all patent rights and all because of that they are earning. They have become rich. But what about our grassroots level entrepreneurs? The motive of this program today being organized by SEC is to develop the grassroots level people only, not the higher level multinational corporations or the corporates in our country. The grassroots level people who are sitting in the far-flung areas of the northeastern states, if they could get the benefit of intellectual property, then those rights can be transformed into economical benefit for them in near future, where there could be a handholding mechanism with the government sectors, there could be a handholding mechanism with the organization like ICC, who can be a bridge between the purchaser and the seller. The market survey can be done by these organizations, which eventually give the benefit of intellectual property rights. So this is all about the idea of intellectual property. In India, it is being governed by the Controller General of Patent, Design and Trademarks under the Ministry of Industries and Commerce. And the enforcements can be executed through judicial courts. The registering systems is being governed by the Controller General himself. There are 5 tribunals in India. For us in northeastern states, the Calcutta Tribunal is governing all these applications for intellectual property rights in various sectors, and accordingly with successful completion of the proceedings, the registration being awarded by the company. This is all about my side for your knowledge purpose. Now, if you can come out individually with your queries, I think it will be a very good interaction, and I'll be able to give you a better idea and clear your concepts about evolution. Then, Mr. Mandel.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Bakshi. Yes, if any questions from our audience, so kindly you can raise it. Yes, I think you have some queries. Just a moment. I'll just give you the mic, hand over to you. Just a moment. I would also like to add on till the time our mic is getting powered by the battery. Now, as per the scheme, probably Mr. Baite sir, he is here. He can guide you more in details. As per Ministry of MSME, now once your IP registration done successfully, you can avail reimbursement facility, but only in the case of if you have Udyog registration. So those entrepreneurs who has not registered under the Udyog registration, so I would request to kindly register yourself, get enrolled yourself under MSME and get the Udyog registration. So you can avail these reimbursement facility. And but only the condition is all the IP registration has to be done, successfully registered. For example, for the trademark, the government fee is around 4,500. Am I correct, Bakshi sir?
There are some categorization.
Yeah, some categorization.
It is 9,000 for individual. It is 4,000.
Yeah, I mean, just an example. So once your registration successfully completed, registered, like after TM, if it comes R, then you can submit your bills to MSME DFO and you will get the reimbursement of all the government fees on it. So that is a very important. So kindly get in touch with the MSME DFOs as well. And before that, before going for the IP registration, kindly get yourself enrolled with the MSME and get your Udyog registration done. And I think we can move towards. Can I request you to come over here? Yeah, it's okay. You can use the mic. Just you can come over here. Just introduce yourself.
Good morning, sir. I am Dept from Private Service. Actually, if I want to register a trademark on my brand name, Dept, so what are the procedure or what are the requirements before register? I just want to have a
You want to register your garment?
I want to register my brand name.
Brand name. Okay. Okay. See, now there is a specific workflow for your brand name registration, which is being called as a trademark registration. At the beginning, you have to, as Mr. Patel has already mentioned, that at the beginning you have to file an application for registration through IPA. Okay. The application for registration, if the brand is already in use, then you need to give the proof of your user of the brand, like the turnover certificate, certified by a CA to be given. Then If you are selling your product to some dealer distributors, then that dealer distributor list needs to be given. As if you are renting any invoices to your dealer distributors, that is to be given. But if you are you have adopted the mark just newly and want to introduce now, then sorry, then these kind of documents are not being required. You can apply as a proposed to be used mark. Simply as a proposed to be used mark. In that case, your ID proof and address proof is sufficient to apply for the registration. And there are some other legal formalities that as you are engaging the IPFC through a designated attorney. So there will be a format of power of attorney which will be provided by us and you need to sign and we will file it before the trademark registry. After, once you will file, immediately you will be given a certificate of acknowledgement which we call as TM certificate. Most of you must have seen some of the products in the right hand top corner on an impression TM being written over there. This TM means trademark applied for. Once this trademark applied for you have got, you can immediately launch your product commercially in the market. Once it will start operation in the market, then there will be a waiting period of around 7 to 8 months. After that, your application shall be examined. And there are various provisions under the Trademark Act that if the trademark registry wants to raise any kind of objection relating to any similarity or deceptive similarity of earlier registered trademarks, that shall be raised, and a show cause letter has been given to us that why we should be awarded with the registration. And against that, we have to file a suitable plan along with evidences of existence in the last 70 months of time period and all. And if you may able to provide that, then we will be asked to appear for a show cause hearing. This show cause hearing will be conducted by the trademark registrar, and accordingly we will the trademark registry will hear us, and if the application has got a specific merit, you will be awarded with the letter of acceptance. The acceptance order will be published into trademark journal. Then there will be a 4-month waiting period for public opposition. Then, if anybody will oppose your application, you have to contest the case. And if there will not be any opposition, finally you will be awarded with the registration. This entire process will be there. You will find it in a official website, the workflow of the trademark system, trademark registration system. The name of the website is ippindia.gov.in. IP, Intellectual Property India.gov, government.in, IFE.
Thank you.
The basic vocabulary you will find. Okay, thank you.
Any more questions, please? Yeah. We have another.
Hello, sir. Am I audible? So this is Jay from Dynamic, an organization working on food processing. So my question is, like, can we patent a processing technology? As in,
You want to do patent?
yeah, patent for a processing technology, not a product.
Processing. Processing of what?
A processing technology with of a food product that would kind of enhance the shelf life of a food product.
Okay, processing technology.
Yes.
Alright. So the processing technology is being invented by you.
Yes.
Correct. So in that case, the technology can be patented. Yes, of course. That can be patented. For the patent, first you need to give us a small gist with 2-3 lines of paragraph that what is the technology you have invented. Once that will reach to us, first we will do an official searching whether there is any other prior arts or the similar inventions or record of the controller of patent authority. If there will be no such close similarity, then we will start drafting of the patent specification. Once the patent specification shall be drafted, then it will be filed for registration before the controller of patent. That is the initial process. And then after that it will be scrutinized, then examination of the patent as like the trademark application, it will move accordingly. Here, etc.
Can this whole process be done in the facilitation center in Guwahati, or do we need to have to go to the Kolkata tribunal for this?
No, your audio is not clear.
So can this whole process be done in the facilitation center in Guwahati?
Yes, yes. All everything we contact at facilitation center. Everything.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I think we can go to the second.
I have actually just two queries,
Right.
Just ask Professor Bagchi, actually, I have two queries. The first one is the protection that this registration business is giving to the inventors or whoever. I mean, how long does it continue? I mean, do you have to renew this periodically? Yeah, so there is one. And then the second question is, there are instances where we believe that some of our products have been actually, they have got either GI or either patent, by other bodies, by other bodies. So what is the system of resolving those disputes, If you believe that, so one example is this GI, I think the GI tech about the King Chili. Now we believe that it belongs to this state, but everywhere, Arunachal, Assam, Nagaland, Assam, they are actually bringing it in their GI. We take notice in them. So how can we resolve these issues? So this I just want clarification.
Yes. So the first answer we have asked for, that every IP rights are renewable. Okay. Except the patent. Patent is given for 20 years. Okay. After that, the patent will automatically go to the public. This particular system being introduced by the government so that the maximum benefit can be earned by the society in a mass. If the proprietary right shall be holded by one single person for a long period of time or for lifetime, this could be hazardous to the industries and commerce. One company may become so rich that it will start absorbing any other entrepreneurship globally. That is what this patent is awarded for 20 years fees. But other rights like GI rights, trademark registration rights, these are all renewable every other. Okay. And the second thing is little complex. Your question is very much to the point. This everybody should know. Let's see, this Chile, etc. has got every state of Northeast, even any other part of the country is having a chili, undoubtedly, King Chile or something like that. But the chili which has got specific GI right must have such unique character which is very much distinctive to the other characters of the chilies of the other states. That is what that particular chili has been awarded in each language. That is all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Bagchi, for the excellent presentation.
Thank you, sir.
We will continue to the next presentation by